Hey everybody, it's kind of been a little while, so I apologize for that if you guys have missed my videos. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is April 1st, so hopefully everybody had a great Easter Sunday. Hopefully everybody got to spend time with their friends and families. I know I did. I had a great one. This year my birthday was on Easter, so I got to eat good for my birthday. Usually do, but it was a little easier this year with all the food. So this video is going to cover two group builds. It is going to cover the D-Day group build, which I haven't done a video yet, and it's hosted by Charlie Mack. And it's also going to show the entry of my eggplane group build, which starts today, which is Charlie Mack and Daniel. Munchkin Model and Man, they both host it. That one I am going to do the F-16 Fighting Falcons, the Thunderbird kit. Let me go over that one real quick because there's nothing to it. There it is. Got cockpit, a couple halves, got a dude in there, and there's the decal sheet. Decals look pretty darn cool. You get the pick from 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, and one. One's over. One's kind of hidden over. So you get to pick through one of those. If you had all 6, or you had 6 of these kits, you could build all of them. Make a cool display. I only got the one, but I got this and I got the Blue Angels one. So at least they're going to have one next to each other, each of them. So that's that one. I'll be starting that one. And this one I've been working on for maybe a week. It goes together pretty easily. It's a really well molded kit. So this is probably one of the most famous vehicles out of all the D-Day vehicles you can think of. This is the one that brought all those poor soldiers to the beaches, and hopefully they made it out of the boat and on the shore safely, but the way that the Nazis had the shore design was pretty well fortified. The design of this boat was really not that great. It would have been maybe for other situations, but for the situation with just like this picture with those big bunkers and the super fast Nazi machine guns raining down on them, you know, it was really amazing that they actually, some of them made it to the edge, the base of that edge, and was actually safe. So I hear a lot of horror stories about, you know, the thing not going down quick enough, or them not getting close enough to shore fast enough, and guys going over the edge and sinking to the bottom because of all the gear. And when you start doing research on it, this was amazing that we won D-Day, and I don't think we can consider D-Day a victory with how many poor soldiers were lost on that day. But it was what we had to do, I guess, and I'm glad we don't have to do that right now again. Hopefully we never have to. I do go to a reenactment in the last 2 years. It's D-Day Cagnotte. It's in Ohio. It's northeast Ohio shores. They do a really nice reenactment. Very, I guess, very detail oriented. It's not perfect, but it's very close. It's one of the largest ones that they do continuously in the world. I know it's the biggest one in the United States. So you get a very big following. I went a couple years back, and it seems really interesting. They actually had the Mustangs flying over and have some bombers flying over and stuff like that. They give a little bit of atmosphere to it. And They have tanks, even though tanks really weren't there in the first wave. They have tanks kind of simulating the firing of the ships, because they did have some firing of that going on. I wish I knew the number, how many reenactors go, but before the battles they have them all kind of staged out into areas, and they do a lot of questions. They answer a lot of questions. You can go up there and chat with them and all that, and it's very educational. In the last 2 years I went, it was different each time, so you had different groups of people, so don't get stale. You get to learn a lot from it. But they have a French camp, they have a US camp, they have a British camp, and then they have a couple German camps, and they do a couple different reenactments, battle reenactments, so you have to stay on top of your maps and stay on top of the times, because it might be doing a battle on one side and you might miss it, and then do a reenactment of I guess the raising of the colors, or reenactment of the mess halls and stuff like that. So they do that all over, so it's very interesting. But enough of that for this kit. So far it has been very nicely molded, nicely detailed, and let's see. So it does have the landing craft. It has 25 men in there that you can pose any different way, so they ain't all the same. And then it has the 3 crew figures, so it has the 2 and the gunners, and then the one guy driving it. It does have the rigging, so you can have it pretty detailed. There is a photo etch kit that I was kind of thinking of getting. I'm going to look at it again now that I kind of have it mocked up. But let's move this. So now you can kind of get a view of that. This is kind of just mocked in, but you can see on the sides it has a lot of detail. This does come up and down, so it has all that, inside. I don't have that all glued in yet, because I'm going to have to take it apart to paint it. I'm going to have a lot of miss spots if I paint it all together. But this is where the steering wheel goes. There's supposed to be a throttle on the side, so I still have to do all that. So that's still loose. This piece just comes right off. There you can see all the detail. A lot of nice rivet detail and everything. Let's see how bad this comes apart. So eventually when I glue it, this inside's going to be glued all together. But it's not glued together right now, but all these pieces had to be glued in. So that did take a little bit of time. This piece is just sitting in there. I have to do some run some cord, cable, or anything like that rigging in there, and then it comes down to here, it goes into there, and I think that is supposed to be the main lift for that. I don't think it's what lowered it, I think it's what lifted it up. And then this is glued in. But if you got real carried away and you knew all the details, you could cut those all open and have them hinged and put the motor in there and all that. But I don't have any references for that. But this is a really good kit for something like that. This is the other side. And I'm pretty sure this is where they stashed all the life jackets for all the guys. At least that's what the one museum was saying. That was for all that life jacket storage and everything for all the guys. And here is the bottom deck. And so it's got the tracks. I think it would haul one Jeep, and then there might have been one or two other little vehicles that it would have carried, maybe a couple motorcycles with sidecars, but it was able to carry a Jeep. So I do have the bottom mocked up. I left this so it actually is loose, but that's all glued in. Figured I could hand paint that, shouldn't be a problem. But everything else is glued in on the bottom. It's got a nice stand it sits on really well. You can see the armor plating. I guess for the invasion these sides were built out of wood. They were in a hurry to get them done, so the majority of it was wood. After the war, they were built out of fiberglass sides. The front plate, that was the deck, so this piece, that was steel, so that gave them some armor defense. But a lot of it was wood. You can see by the model kit they did have some armor plating on the sides, so they did have that. But, for the sprues that are left of parts, so I still have some. You can see here's the gear sprockets. Let's see. Gear sprockets, and there's the throttle handles. It's got very good detail. And that's why I was kind of thinking of doing a photo etch, because the molded quality is very good. It would be nice to do even more detail. It's a kit worth the detail added to it. So there's the gunner. Got floating ring and one of the crew guys. Very nice detail. I think the photo etches does the gunner turret a little bit better. Here's all those spots. These are all the spots of all them ribs. So I have quite a few of those. Another little piece that goes on that side. So these two trees are the same. And then that's what's left. Other than that, you have the crew. So there's 25 of those, so there's 5 trees of each. And then these are all the different ways you can kind of have them figured out. They do a nice job of showing you the different guys, give you a little bit of information. That way they don't look the same. You don't want them all standing the same. And if it was realistic, you would have them all puking. Because they always said that a lot of them were so seasick and puking and everything like that. Here's what the trees look like with all the figures. So you got a lot of accessories to customize everything. So as long as I paint it good, it should look really good when I'm done. So hopefully stay tuned for the next update on it. Hopefully I don't wait forever to do it too. And so until next time, I'll talk to you guys later and have a great week. Bye.